This one's going to be so easy. So after weeks and weeks of the talk about Celtic being an absolute crisis, Celtic say, hold my pint. Paolo Bernardo, hold my pint. Kyogo Furiashi, he is the man that everyone says he's out of form. He's not listening to Brendan Rodgers. He's not playing well. Hold my pint, says the wee man, and he takes an absolute screamer of a shot and puts it past the Rangers goalkeeper. Celtic 2, Rangers 1. And it was a kind of a one-sided affair. Let's not paper over the cracks. It was dominant. It was completely dominant by Celtic. Callum McGregor, what a game Callum McGregor had. I put down, this is my notes from last night. I put down, there's the hand of God has entered the room with a beer this afternoon. The hand of God. Here's to the hand of God. Joe Hart, fantastic save in the first half. Alistair Johnson played well during the game. Welsh goes off with that injury to his shoulder. Scales has an absolute cracker of a performance. Greg Taylor was doing okay. Calmack, I've never seen Callum McGregor have so much of the midfield since Scott Brown was captain of Celtic. Paolo Bernardo. Tonight, we salute the Paolo. Is Paolo Bernardo going to earn that full-time contract at Celtic? If he keeps playing like this and producing on the big stage, he will definitely get that contract. Celtic will definitely take up that option to buy. Never mind the £30 million Portuguese player that's gone to the team across the city that could not get a game for Wolves. And remember when Silva played for Wolves against Celtic in the summer just past, it was absolute garbage. But back to the day, Matt O'Reilly soldiering on with that bloody nose. Matt O'Reilly absolutely soldiering. What a warrior. Matt O'Reilly, the warrior, carrying on. Lewis Palmer had a fantastic game. But Maida, what's your thoughts on Maida? I thought Dice Maida was probably the weakest link in that team today. And that's just my personal opinion. Have your view on the One Celtic Fans View channel. And then Kyogo. What can you say about our little man, our little soldier? If you've been on my Twitter this morning, you would have seen the picture that I reposted from yesterday. It was Kyogo with a samurai sword and saying, in the morning of the rising sun, one then, come on, that's it. Philip Clement, obviously, he was looking rather shady at the end of the game. It's his first defeat as Rangers boss. Who cares a hoot? But goals from Paolo Bernardo and Kyogo Furiashi gave Celtic that 2-1 win. The Belgian had gone 16 games unbeaten since taking over from Michael Beale back in October. Listen, they can bring in who they want. They can change their manager every 16 months. We decide when we win. We decide when we lose. And I tell you one thing, we decide when we win the league. And this was a game that won us the league. Mark my word for it just now. They can come on and then give us all the abuse they want. But where are they today? Where are you Rangers fans today? You're all hiding under your rocks. You know, they started a little bit positively. I thought Celtic started tremendously, bossing the game from the start. First 15 minutes, Callum McGregor. I have never seen Callum McGregor with such room in that midfield. For me, it was a masterclass from Callum McGregor. People slate Callum McGregor at times, but I thought it was dominant in that midfield. And he had the one and only, him with a little bonies here. He had him in his back pocket during the whole game. Brendan Rodgers' side produced a fantastic performance. Let's face it. Fantastic performance at home to sign off 2023 in style. Brendan Rodgers was ecstatic after the game. Absolutely ecstatic after the game. And when you look at him walking around that pitch, he was just loving it with the fans, smiling. The fans, I've never seen so many fans stay after a game for such a long time. But let's look at the field. Let's look at the players that we had on the pitch. It does say Leila Bada comes on and he has a good shot. I thought they might have tried to get Rio Hatati on just to give him that little bit game time towards the end. Bringing on the one and only player that I thought, it looks like he will leave at the end of the season. But, you know, he did have not a bad game. I still sell him as far as I'm concerned. He's not signed that new contract. He came on in place of Paulo Bernardo. For me, I was still selling. Just 2 minutes after the Portuguese midfielder made a little mistake inside the box, Celtic going to make a 1-0 win. Palma's corner, absolutely fantastic. Fell to Bernardo, who then tips it out to Kyogo. Kyogo hits an absolute cracker of a shot into the back of the net. Now, if anyone, I know I did say, and I've got it here, I had 3-1 on my sheet from yesterday. I had Matt O'Reilly to score. I picked the wrong midfielder. Paulo Bernardo scored an absolute cracker. When you look at Kyogo, I had Kyogo to score, and I had Louis Palma and Matt O'Reilly to score. So I did pick the wrong midfielder, but it's all right. It's cool. It's cool. We won. We won. Joe Hart, hats off to Joe Hart. He had a couple of good saves in the game, and I've got to say, saving the shot in the first half was probably a good thing for us when they weren't really in it. 34 minutes, Brendan Rodgers was obviously made to make that change with Stephen Welsh going off with that injury, replaced by the one and only Rocky. Now, Rocky's only started 3 games this season. He has only started 3 games this season, and he slipped right into that defence. He slipped right into the defence, and it looked like he'd been playing there all season. Rocky's the man for me that we paid good money for, and he will still be at Celtic next season. He will then be fighting for a starting position beside the one and only Cameron Carter-Vickers. I think that could be a partnership that might sneak in before the end of the season. It's going to be difficult for Liam Scales to be dislodged from the position that he is in. He has made that position his own. But let's look at the possession of the game. Celtic had 56% possession. The Rangers had 54%. Celtic had 12 shots on goal. I said to you yesterday on the live, if Celtic can get anywhere near the amount of shots that they've had on goal the past couple of games, Celtic will win. Go back to the live last night. I did say if Celtic turn up, go to the video this morning. I said if the Celtic turn up, we will win. It's as simple as that. The players that we have on the pitch are better than them. We're way better than them. It's a team that's been thrown together across the road, and we are so much better. We showed our class today. We won at Ibrox with no fans. We dominated at Celtic Park with no fans. And on that note, we created 18 fouls. We had 4 corners, and we had 5 shots on target. We had 7 red cards. Let's talk about the goalkeeper, the referee tonight on the live. We are going to go live at 6 o'clock Celtic Park time once everyone gets back, and we can chill out and we can have a talk about the game. Make sure you join me for the live tonight, where we can talk about everything Celtic, everything 2023. What a fantastic end to the year, Celtic fans, truly all around the world.